A huge hello and welcome back to Mama's Freedom TV, the channel dedicated to helping more mamas become free. So I'm Kat Hart, your host, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a beginner's tutorial on how to use Canva for your business. I get when it comes to design, it can be overwhelming, and especially when you're adding another tech thing to your to-do list, right? Especially if you're a non-techie person. But Canva has been designed to be very intuitive when you know how. So by watching today's video, by the time you get to the end of it, you're going to feel heaps more confident in using Canva for your projects. And the whole goal is that you can just quickly whip up a logo or whip up something that you need to get done so that you don't lose momentum in the getting shit done process, because that's where dreams go to die. I'm also going to be sharing with you the difference between the Pro and the free version, and I put off getting Pro for years and it's absolutely the best thing I've done, and I'm going to show you more about that in the video. For more videos like this one, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when new videos are released. Make sure you leave me a comment below to let me know if this video has helped you and if you've got any questions at all about anything that I've done in the tutorial. Okay, so in this part of the video, I'm going to be sharing the main differences between having a pro account and a free account. I'm also going to show you how to do a shadow design. We're also going to take a look at logos and social media posts. And I'm also going to give you some ideas. Like if you're sitting there going, okay, Kat, but I feel just so blank when I go to design, I don't even know where to start. I'm going to show you how to get some inspiration to start designing, and also show you how to find things to create that are going to get shared. Okay, so let's start off on our first awesome thing to do with Canva, which is a really good starting point, and it's your brand kit. So if you come over here and click brand kit, you're going to see this is my Mama's Freedom logo, and in the professional account you can create as many brands as you want, and you can have unlimited colors. You can also have a font. Now what this is to give you a shortcut. So as you're creating, you've got a base to start off with, and when you see like the Instagram posts where they're just looking like really on point, that's how they do it. They keep all their colors the same and their fonts, so they've got that continuity throughout their marketing. So if you are, say, a VA or a social media manager, or even if you have multiple brands within your business and you create courses and training and you have like various designs, you're not just working with one design, this is awesome because you can add new palettes. So like not a new palette, but add a new brand with different logos for each thing that you create, so that it's just really easy for you to keep that continuity. So to pick your colors, if you upload your logo, so let's say a graphic designer may have created a logo for you, or you've created it in Canva. And once you add your logo, you just click on the three dots and you can extract the color palette. That gives you a starting point, or you can hit on the cross and it gives you this little color thing to choose from. You can go through and just choose all your different shades. But a hack, if you find this a little bit tedious and you can't quite get the color you want, I like to come over here and type in HTML color wheel. Scroll down to W3 schools, and this is fantastic because it gives you like your starting points. So say you wanted like a turquoisey color, hit on the turquoise, and then over here you've got all your different various shades. Right, so it's literally just a copy and then you can paste it over in your brand kit. Add, paste, and it's there. Okay, so again, the free account, you can only have 3 colors. So that is one of the benefits of Pro if you're going to be using Canva a lot. The other Pro benefit is that you can take one design and resize it for a different purpose. So let's just say you've created a Facebook cover and then you want to turn that Facebook cover into a YouTube background. You can do that in the Pro version. So I'll just show you how that's done. Okay, so right now this is a Facebook, I've been playing around with this. Okay, so this is a Facebook size, and let's say we want to make it a YouTube size. If you come out here and click YouTube channel additives, you can see the dimensions 2560 by 1440. So if you come over here, you can click resize and put that 2550 by 1440, copy and resize. So it's going to make a copy of it. And now you can just adjust what you've actually got on here to work for your YouTube. It's not letting me go. Yeah, now it's going to let me grab this and I can drag that out. All right, so that is a pro feature to do that automatic resize, and super, super handy. Saves you a lot of time. The other pro features, I'm just going to keep going over pro versus free just for a moment, so we cover all of that. So in your pro account, you get also more different variety in fonts. So if you click on your font, in the free account, you get a heap as well. So you can still just keep going on free. As I said, I used free for ages before I went to pro, and you get a ton of great fonts in free. But the pro just gives you that, a little bit more. And also photos. When you've got a pro account, you get tons of photos and tons of elements, which are all your different things here. If you've got the free account and say you find a photo that you want to use and it's pro, you can actually buy the individual image. So it's like $1 or something like that, thereabouts. So that is an option. But honestly, for like the small amount for the subscription of Canva, it's brilliant. The other thing I mostly use the pro account for is to be able to download a transparent background. Now that's really handy for your logos, and I'll just explain what I mean with that and a transparent background. I actually made some text for this video on a transparent background, and I'll show you that in just a second. But let's say, let's say this is my Mama's Freedom logo, and I wanted to put it on, there's actually font here, I made it white, so normally it's in this dark blue color. Okay, but let's say I wanted to put it on a darker background and I needed my font white. I can click on the font, hit the color, make it white, and then when I go to download, hit transparent background. Again, just a pro feature. You can't do the transparent background in free, and this is a primary reason I actually went for a pro account. So you want to adjust your size to being quite high, otherwise you'll get it, like if you try and make it bigger, it'll go blurry. So you want to download it as a bigger file initially. So when you hit download, I'll just show you what that looks like. And see here in the video, I also used it as a call to action, ask questions in the comments. I made that text in Canva, downloaded it as an image, and then uploaded it to my video and placed it. So when we have a look at this logo, you can see now I've got the white font, transparent background. So if I wanted to put it on a darker color, that would work fine. So the transparent background is probably one of the things you'll use the most, especially if you're making logos for your courses and presentations. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make a shadow font. Just a quick recap, pro versus free. Pro gives you extra brand colors in your brand kit, transparent background, extra elements, extra photos, and also extra features on things you can do with your photos. So I'll show you that quickly because I skipped it. Okay, so let's say we want to bring a photo in, bring that in. With your images, okay, so we'll just get an introduction to all the things you can do. If you click on the image, you've got effects, and a lot of these are pro features, so a lot of these you won't get in the free account. The background remover tool, I don't use Canvas, I use a different one, I'll show you that in just a second, but it is there. So you can do your filters, change photo colors around, you can adjust them, so adjust all the coloring just like you would in photo editing, crop it, and also you can crop just like you're cropping anything. Okay, and you can also flip horizontal and flip vertical. All right, so that's your photos. Now we're just going to go and I'll just show you how to do the shadow text. So to do a shadow text, we first want to write our font. Actually, while we're here, let me just give you an overview of the dashboard and how you make adjustments. Okay, so let's start off the top. So here's your fonts, and this is your font selection. Again, way more font selection in Pro than free. Here's your sizing. You can also size Canva, being intuitive. You can use the handles, grab it and drag for your sizing, and just you click on it and just move it around for your positioning. Or you click on it and you adjust through the numbers here. Color, here's where your brand kit comes into play. So I've got my brand colors there. Also current document colors are here, and your default color palette. So obviously if you've got more brands in your brand kit, they're all going to be listed here, or you can create a new color and find a color you want off the board. All right, so it's going to go with black. So all right, we'll come back to the shadow in a sec. All right, the other thing you need to know is your positioning. Okay, so your positioning is where you bring things forward or you send them back. So let's say we bring an element out like a shape, and we've got a circle here, and we pop a circle just here. If we want to send that to the back, you use this positioning tool to go backwards. Right, now we've got that there. So that you're going to use that tool a lot. You've also got a transparency tool here, so you can fade things in and out. A duplicate tool, and there's your trash button. All right. This is to duplicate, add notes to the page. So if you're working with a designer, you could perhaps add some notes here. And that's your duplicate to copy the page, and then you end up with two. So sometimes that's a good idea like say you've got a design you really love and you're happy with it. Sometimes just doing a duplicate, if you want to make some changes, but you don't want to have to go back. Like if you don't like the changes, it's good to have your original there, so you don't have to go back and spend all the time on it. All right, so that's our main things there. Okay, that you don't need to worry about. Right, now let's take a look down the left-hand side here. There's photos for your photo library, and there's a huge amount of photos in here. Even in the free, there's a huge amount. I'm not sure if I'm repeating myself, but again, if there's one photo you like, you can buy one photo if you're in the free account. It's no worries at all. So you've got that option. Again, elements, huge amount of elements in the pro account. Still a lot in the free, but it just gives you so much versatility. So your elements are things like, I'll explain all of these just one by one really quickly. So your elements, grids are like a photo grid. So you can, if you're doing different design work, like say, just something like this, and you've got 3 photos there, you literally just grab your photo, drop, grab your photo, drop, grab your photo, drop. Oops, that didn't work. Pull it over, drop. So the best way for me to explain, if you're using a grid and you want the whole box full, you drag the photo and pop it in, and it'll automatically drop it in there for you. However, if you want to get a photo and just want to place it on top, you just click on the photo and it'll just drop it on there for you, and then you can move it around to wherever you want it. All right, so that's your grids, and there's heaps to choose from. You've also got a whole heap of different shapes you can use, heaps of different frames, and your frames work the same as the grids. These are your photos. So like this is pretty cool. Say you're doing, you want to put an ebook cover or something inside an iPad. Super easy, there you go. And if it's not a free, again, even your frames and things like that you can pay for, but there's a lot here. So like, see how versatile? If you're making an ebook and you've done, say your art, you've done like a normal image for a book cover, now you can come and drop that in. I think I've got one here I can show you in my uploads. Let's have a look. A cover that I've done for someone in the past. All right, so that, and then let's just put it in there, but you can adjust it as well. All right, so yeah, that kind of feature you use a lot in business. I'm just gonna get rid of all of these quickly. All right, now we're back to our blank. So with your uploads, you can upload virtually, any images, anything extra that you want. And then you've got that to work from. So logos and different things like that. You've got all your text modules. So your text comes in templates, gives you starter designs, or you can just add your text one line at a time. And again, to adjust your text, you're just using that handle or your numbers. Okay, now to do a shadow text, shadows are great because it's going to make your work pop. So you type what you want in black or whatever you want the shadow color to be. Then you hit that and you hit duplicate and line it up, and then change that to white or whatever you want the front color to be. Just going to place that on top. Okay, now you've got a shadow, super easy. And I did the same thing with the arrow. You just do your bottom color first and then place that wherever you want it to be. And then I downloaded it with the transparent background. So it doesn't matter that this is like that peachy color at the moment because it's not coming onto my work at all with doing the transparent background. All right, so that makes that very easy. I'm just going to show you how to do a curved text. Oops. All right, so with curved, this is a little bit harder and a lot fiddlier, but this is how you do it. So you want to go to your shapes, grab a circle and drag that out to sort of roughly the size you're wanting. Okay, then you get another circle. You're going to change that color to, so you've got, and now what this is going to give you is your curve. So depending on what kind of curve you want for your text. So let's say we want to write the word, let's say I want to just put my name. Okay, so you've got to choose. So let's say I'm going to write my name in a curve. I'm just going to keep it with the normal font for now. And we're going to start it here. You've got to do this letter by letter. Okay, and then we're going to duplicate that and make it an A. And place it. And just, so you see how important it is to sort of make sure that you've got that font that you want and that all right before you start. And if you want to make it, just make it extra tricky. If you would like the shadow font, then move that. So this is pretty fiddly. Okay, but you just duplicate, make it white, and then you're going to place it on top. Duplicate, make it white, place it on top. Okay, and so on and so forth, and then you were basically continuing to do that. Lots of mucking around with that, but if you want to do a curve font, that is how it's done. I don't use a lot of curve font for that reason, to be honest, but that is how it's done. And it took me ages to work that out. Okay, so now the other things I said I'd show you how to do is to remove a background. So I remove backgrounds from photos for doing YouTube thumbnails. That's probably going to be one of the main reasons you do it, but it's also handy to use obviously for different things on your website, if you want to do an image for your website or for your documents. Okay, so with this, you could go, let's say this is going to be a YouTube thumbnail. I would probably just do some either effects, do some filtering or just adjust that tint a little bit. Background. Okay, so to change the background on anything, you're coming over here to the background tab. Tons of photos to choose from, tons of textures, tons of images. Like, it's just a matter of playing with it. And like I said, if you just draw blanks when you want to design, come to Google, make Google your best friend. So say you want to do a YouTube thumbnail, thumbnail ideas, and hit images. Okay, so it's giving you some great sort of designs you could start off with. So you're basically just going to come and have a look and find something that you like the look of. And then with all the elements that you've got, I do prefer to use a single image where possible. So let's just say we're going to grab me. Not the best photo of me, but let's just use it for the sake of this thumbnail. And this one's going to be make a Canva tutorial, and I might add in from the elements, not a shape, get rid of that. We'll just have a look at some gradients. And we might pop in, say, something like this. Should go like that. We might use something like this. And then we can duplicate it, bring it down, flip here. Just put a few different colors. And I'm just going to show you on your different elements, like whether it's circles or if there's two images, it's where you can change the color. You can change both colors. So you can make them look the same color as your brand. And then you put your writing on top. If you're using it for a thumbnail though, you'd make this a lot bigger. You just want like easy Canva. And then just grab these. We'll send that to the back. And then you could do another one. And let's say you were like, oh, but I don't want this stripes to go all the way, but I do want them that big here. So we're just going to duplicate that and bring it down to the bottom and send it, oops, nope. Position it and send it to the back. All right, so if you don't want those lines coming over here, all as I would do is grab a shape, a square, grab a square, let's get rid of this one. So grab this square, oops, and bring it out. Make it black and position it at the back. Sorry, so now what we're going to do is just grab me and bring that to the front. Okay, so yeah, you can do little fiddly things like that with layers just to get them looking how you want. So the simple background removal tool, if you just put in remove.bg, remove.bg, simple background removal. If you upload an image, this is the one I used. Now it's going to do it quickly. Then you can just download it and then you come over to Canva, hit uploads and upload the image on your computer. And here I am. Okay, so then you upload like that. Very, very simple. Okay, so if you're drawing blanks when it comes to ideas and you want to come up with some ideas for social media posts, one of the things that you can do, like totally make Google your best friend. You can search so much. So I looked for most shared Facebook images clicked images and saw this quote from popular parenting pages. So I decided to recreate that in Canva. Now you've got a ton of templates you can choose from for starters. So if you come up here, whatever it is you want to create, we just put Facebook, and then you've got Facebook post. Okay, it's going to give you some templates. So I chose this template to start off with, and I made this quote. So I found the quote by Googling, and then I come and use the template. So it gave me my background. I used the image element to the photos element to find a photo. I searched mothers. Mother. Picked that photo, popped it on with one click, and then just adjusted it and used the positioning to send it to the back. And then just typed that quote in my own way to use as a social media post. So if you're wanting to keep everything in line for your business, you would hit your background, and you've got your palette, your color palettes. Okay, so maybe I'd go navy or that turquoise, because that's what's come in my Mama's Freedom palette. Or I mean, look, if you don't really care about keeping it all the same and you want them to be different, it doesn't matter. Just go and choose a different color that you're happy with, that's going to really pop out when someone sees it on the feed. There are also loads of other ways to get ideas. I share a ton of it in my Facebook training and YouTube training as well. So again, hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when I do different tutorials, because I give you heaps of time-saving hacks that I've accumulated over 15 years of online marketing. And now let's just quickly touch on logos, because logos is probably one of the main things we're going to use when we're using Canva for business, especially if you're doing courses and workbooks or whatever. So the thing with logos, look, I know people have spent in excess of a couple of grand on logos, and as important as logos are, they are not 2.5 grand's worth of important. Like, that money is so much better spent on a copywriter or paid ads or something that's actually going to make you money. So to start off with, you can start with a very basic logo design from Canva, and I'll just show you some of the different designs I have done. So I used it for my Mama's Freedom. I actually had an original logo done for a brand that I was using a couple of years ago, and I took my dream catcher off my old logo, and then I used Canva to create the rest of it. Normally I would spend a couple of $100s to get that done. So here's another logo that I was playing around with. I literally started with the template. This initially was black, but I wanted to use it on a dark background, so I made it white so I could download it on a transparent. But if you come along and saw that in the top left-hand corner of a website, it looks fine. There's nothing unprofessional about it. And unless you use Canva, you wouldn't actually know that it was a specific Canva logo. Also had a bit of a play with the color swatch there and just a bit of mucking around. So again, use Google. If you want some logo ideas, say you want a feminine looking logo, look up feminine logos, have a look at images, and just find things that you like and try and start to recreate them. Look, there's one over here that looks very similar to something that's in a template. So I'll do, again, specific logo video next video, but let's just say we want to create a logo. You'd search logo. Okay, that's very similar, a very similar start to the design that we liked. Open it out, get rid of your text. Okay, you've got a circle there. Let's have a look for elements and look for leaves. So let's grab that, spin her around, bring it over here. We might just make that smaller and try and get that sort of on the line. And we can make it white. Okay, it is a little bit annoying because you've got that sort of darker green in the middle. But if you position that at the back and then just play around with that, you can you're going to almost be able to get rid of that green, or have it so minimal that it's not noticeable anyway. Now we're getting closer to sort of that look that we were looking at before. Now, I'm going to do my next video on logos specifically because logos are a lot more time consuming and I didn't want this video to go for like an hour and a half. So I'll do a specific logo video. And also if there's anything specific that you want me to show you, leave me a comment and I can make a tutorial for you. Also, if you've got any questions about anything you've seen today, definitely leave me a comment, give me some feedback. Was this helpful? Did you find it easy enough to follow? And do you feel better using Canva now? And I will see you in the next video, which is specifically to make Canva logos. All right, so I'll see you in the next video to make logos. Again, any questions, ask me in the comments, and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified when the next lot of tutorials are released. See you on the next video.